roots of rock and roll can be traced back to Africa. Music with a hard-driving rhythm played an important part in daily tribal life. Songs were used during work and for entertainment. Songs also kept a kind of vocal history instead of a history written in books. When slaves were taken to America in the 1600s, they brought their music with them. African music supplies the rhythm or beat which eventually developed into rock and roll. The blues. Slavery ended in 1865, but newly freed blacks continued to lead a hard life as sharecroppers. This newfound sense of isolation and hardship was the basis of blues. The very first blues singers wandered around the South with guitars, singing about their lives and hardships. The musical form was called the 12-bar blues.
The 50s, birth of rock and roll, rhythm and blues.
Fats Domino and Chuck Berry made rhythm and blues records, but they were listened to by mainly black Americans. These records did not receive wide airplay until Buddy Holly started to make inroads into the white listening audiences.
Also, in 1955, a man named Sam Phillips discovered Elvis. Elvis was a white boy who sang black music. Even though many parents claimed rock and roll was an evil influence on youth, Elvis was an instant success, especially with teenagers. His good looks and gyrating hips vaulted rock and roll into every household in America. Elvis had become the first rock and roll superstar with remarks of old rhythm and blues songs.
In the 60s, British rock groups such as Beatles and Rolling Stones began to remake old rhythm and blues songs, cover versions, using more amplification. The Beatles became the first supergroup and had a very large impact on rock music. However, the Beatles had an even larger impact on young people and society in general. The fad towards long hair started a rebellion against the ways of the older generation. This idea of using music to express frustration with the ways of the older generation can still be seen today.